Okay, so 20, I'm not going to start here. I'm not going to start there. All right, so as many of you know, like 2019 is like here, right? So, I mean, everyone's saying like 2018 was like a horrible year. And like 2018 wasn't that bad for me. Like, it wasn't horrible. It didn't suck. Like, it could have been better. But, like, I learned a lot in 2018. I learned how to do a push-up. I learned how to milli rock. I'm still working on it. But, I learned how to pay bills. That was a lot. And then, like, most importantly, I learned about joy. And so a lot of people think that, like, happiness and joy are the same thing when they're not. Like, they're not interchangeable. And it wasn't until I realized that like, my life actually was good.
What?
So, like, when you really take the time to think about what joy is and what happiness is, I really feel like that's when your life will just change. Because, one, happiness is an emotion. And it's an emotion that is externally triggered, which means outside sources play a role into if and when you experience happiness. And outside sources mean anything but yourself. All these outside things is what's determining your happiness. So you're letting random people, random things, random just hoopla events determine whether or not you're going to be happy today or whether you're going to be sad. Happiness is a great feeling. Don't get me wrong. Like, everyone loves to be happy. Like, I love to be happy. Like, it's a thing. Happiness is a great feeling, but happiness isn't a consistent feeling. So that's when you deal with, like, all these emotional roller coasters, and, like, you're happy 1 second and then you're sad 1 second, and then you're up and down and side to side, and, like, you don't really know what's going on. Like, because when you're happy, it's because when you're happy, it's because, like, other things are making you happy. You're not genuine. What is this? You're not genuinely happy. So that feeling of being genuinely happy is like, I mean, that's what you really would attribute to this feeling of joy. And when I found joy, bruh, like, it's just like, where have you been my whole life? Like, what is this? And because, like, joy is literally a gift from God. Literally, like the definition needs to be a gift from God, because it is. And because joy is not something that you can just get. It's not something you can accumulate over time. It's not something that a person can give you. It's not something that a job can give you. It's not something that money can give you. Like, it's literally God-given. And because it's God-given, like, it's great. It's literally great. So when people say, like, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it and the world can't take it away, they aren't lying. They're not lying. Like, literally, when you have joy, no one, no man, no woman, no thing can take it away. And so joy is more so, when I think about joy, like, I feel like you can't really have joy without having peace, and you can't really explain joy without explaining peace. Like, they go hand in hand to me. Because, like, joy is one of those things that you can only really know you have when everything in life is going wrong. Like, that is when you're like, dang, this joy. It's joy for real. Because happiness, like we said earlier, is something that is externally triggered or externally motivated or whatever. And so when everything's going wrong and you're sitting here good, like, this is weird. Like, when people are like, girl, what's wrong with you? Like, you should literally be somewhere in a ditch, like, crying. Like, literally be in the bed for hours on end, just depressed. Like, but you're not. Like, what is happening? And when it's something and you're just like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. That's literally joy, because joy is unexplainable. I mean, unexplainable means you can't explain it. But anyway, so, like, because joy is unexplainable, you can't really have joy when everything's going right. You can, but it's not something like you would just be like, I mean, this is normal. like I got a promotion. I'm in a great mood. That's normal. But when you can still be good, when you can still be at peace with yourself, when you can still smile and everything is going wrong, that's joy. When you literally have to be like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just as confused as you. That's joy. You know, you can still have joy. Like, don't let this video be like, oh my God, like, we choosing joy in 2019. Like, ain't nothing but, we good. We're good. Like, we about to be happy all year. No. Joy, you can have joy and still be unhappy. Having joy is not 24/7 happiness. And I think that's another misconception that people think. Like, when you think about joy, you're like, oh, I'm happy. And yeah, like, you know, you're happy with joy. Like, that's a thing, you know. But in order to have joy, things are going to go wrong. You're going to experience loss. You're going to experience death. You're going to experience illness. But having joy is being able to... Ooh, that's good. So, like, when everything is going wrong and you're literally experiencing loss and hardship and death and rejection and all these things, in those moments is when you have to choose joy. Even though joy is a gift from God, you still have to choose it. Like, you have to choose to walk in it. Like, you have to choose to accept the gift. Like, he's willing to give it. He wants to give it. But if you don't accept it, then, like, that's on you. So when you choose joy, you are then able to just take all these things that are going wrong, just look at them, understand like things happen for a reason, understand that certain things are out of your control, but in the midst of it all, you're still going to choose joy. Things are going to happen in your life and you're not going to be happy, but you have to choose joy in the midst of your unhappiness. So basically, in 2019, instead of all these like random New Year's resolutions, like take the time to really better yourself. Like for me, 2019 is going to be a year of reflection, a year of bettering myself, getting to know myself, finding out what I like, what I don't like, what I can change, what I can't change, and then putting into action to change things I can. And then overall, like just choosing joy. No matter what happens, no matter what hardships, whatever, no matter what I deal with in 2019, I'm making the decision to choose joy going forward. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So enjoy. Have a great, whatever this is, great night, great morning, great afternoon. Do you. Live your life. Choose joy. Because, yeah.